Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, certified astrologer, and in this segment I'm going to be going over the full moon and what is going on during the full moon. This is going to be taking place from now. It's going to be 3 days later. So more specifically, this is going to be on November the 15th, 2024 at 4:28 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's go ahead and get started. The full moon is actually the full moon currently is actually there's always a dynamic tension when you're doing the full moon and when you're looking at the full moon, and of course in November, um, the moon is always in Taurus and the sun is always in Scorpio. When you have the full moon that's taking place, that's always time for kind of like a tension that you have to grapple with. What is interesting is that there's Uranus right next to the moon, so that doesn't make things easier, because you're trying to kind of grapple and understand how some of the emotions that you may not even understand. And because this is near the ascendant, this is something that is important for the world to understand. You can think of Uranus as a tower card, and we're kind of seeing this in the United States. We have, of course, a president that no one really expected to win, and they won. But regardless of politics, I mean, there's also, on a community level, the push for kind of thinking outside the box, non-traditional, and that might be something that is interesting to take a look. Fourth house, there's actually Mars there. Something else, and the full moon is the seventh house. So you might feel in terms of spousal or even organizational relationships, kind of like a dynamic tension. So the moon is in the first house and the sun is in the seventh. So that's something I did not interpret here. So let's return to Mars. Mars is actually conjunct the fourth house, and that shows that there's kind of a tension, of course, going on within kind of the origin, your home life. And so this might be a way to kind of, not only that, kind of change your perspective and look at things in a different way. So this is, I always say Mars is like a catalyst. So everything in the chart is kind of being catalyzed by this Mars that's there. Jupiter is in the second house. That's great, possessions. So this is probably, in some ways, the rise of individuals that are that have money and power, and so this might be indicative of that. So what is really interesting as I look at this, even Pluto, this is a very, Pluto is the house of transformation, or sorry, Pluto is the planet of transformation. And so going into, from Capricorn to Aquarius, this cusp is always very powerful. And so when you have that in the 10th house, there might be an opportunity to change careers, maybe higher education leading to more careers. And so what is important here is that take a look at 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th. What are the planets that are bordering that? And then kind of take a look at the transformation, changes, and thinking outside the box. When it comes to emotions, that is actually very difficult, but setting strong goals is very important here. And you might want to think beyond what you would. I'm not even going to go into Mercury and Venus, because these are actually superseding and really making a kind of a revolution or transformation that is taking place. I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.